today's video is on energy. So, energy becomes a very important topic during the awakening process. You may have heard terms such as empaths, energetic vampires, chakras, psychic abilities, solar flares, Schumann resonance, full moon energy, psychic cording, auras, crystals, energy healing, energetic blocks, and energy clearing practices. So, everything is energy, and as you go through this awakening process, you will begin to realize just how important understanding energy is. So, before your awakening, you may have been tired being around people or crowds and just written it off, not connecting the dots. You may have found that you get along so easily with some people and not others, and not really given it much thought. Or maybe you said, I like their vibe. You may have heard many of the terms mentioned earlier, but not given them much thought. You also may have found yourself super tired during the middle of the day and barely been able to keep your eyes open and not realize that you were being impacted by a solar flare. You may have walked into a crystal shop and felt dizzy and not known why. So, as you go through the awakening process, you will begin to realize just how important understanding energy is, and you become more aware of things that support your energy and those things that drain or impact your energy. If you have had a more in depth spiritual awakening, such as a Kundalini activation, it may open up your psychic abilities and you may become more sensitive to energy in all of its forms, including feeling the presence of beings or feeling like someone is touching you. I will say that understanding energy is probably one of the most important aspects of awakening. It's important to be aware of your own energy because the spiritual awakening process is about raising our frequency, and there is a lot to that. You will learn about the chakras and how they are energy centers that can be flowing or not flowing, blocked, or overactive. You will learn about how you have your own energetic signature, which some clairvoyants can read as auras. Healing and understanding how our emotions impact our energy becomes a very big focus as we embark on our own personal inner journey. One of the most important things that you will learn is how important energy clearing and protection is, especially for empaths. And you will be amazed at how much better you feel once you start to learn and understand the whole concept of energy and of your own energy. Now, I do want to say that I do plan on covering all of these topics in depth in separate videos, but if by chance you want to learn more about the energy clearing and protection practices, I've developed a guide from practices that I've learned over the years and techniques that have really helped me, so I will link that in the description below. But I just want to say that for my own personal experience, when I had my Kundalini activation and it opened up my sensitivities to being sensitive to energy in general, I will say that that really was the biggest thing for me because I was sensing energy, I was feeling energy, I was becoming more overwhelmed by energy, but also just I had no idea at the time that I was an empath, and so that was one of the biggest things. I think right now it's pretty common for people to understand that they are empaths, but when I was waking up I had no idea, and for years I had been tired. I remember going to doctors and saying there's something wrong with me, there has to be something wrong with me because I'm so tired all the time. And then I started learning about energy and just how important it is to understand all the different aspects of energy. So make sure to subscribe to this channel and we will be covering all of those topics and more in the future. so that you can learn and understand how your energy works and how you're being impacted by energy on a daily basis.